Hello everyone, welcome back to a new episode of How to Reach 2000. We get the white pieces, let's play d4. d6 is played, let's play bishop to f4. And e6 is played. Quite a weird opening, maybe they're going for like a hippo, but let's just continue with the normal development of the London system, and we can figure out what to do in the middle game when we have all of the pieces out. Knight to c6, so let's play c3. Maybe the idea is this. I should have probably played knight to f3 first to prevent e5, but I'm preventing it now. I'm gonna play h3 so that I have an escape square for my bishop and also have luft. I'm gonna allow them to trade on my terms, so if they really want to trade, I want to let them take me. The idea is I'm gonna take with the e pawn and then I have pretty good control of the e5 square. Let's just keep developing. Let's just argue that they're spending a bunch of time moving this bishop. And they move it again. They took our bishop. So let's take with the pawn. Now we have a pretty good control over this square. Let's play the move g3, defending this pawn. And they go for this. Interesting, but I believe that's a mistake because I can take, and after pawn takes, I have knight to e4, and am I not just picking up this pawn? I'm pretty sure I am. Let's take. So I guess it's an opening mistake by my opponent. It's important to note that I'm not going to take with the knight on f3 because then they can play d5, and after this knight moves they can potentially take this knight. So after this I'm going to take like this. Actually, I might be getting my knight trapped if I do that. Am I getting my knight trapped? No, I think I have bishop here. Yeah, so I can safely play this move. I was worried about f6, but then I have bishop to d3 and knight to e4. Otherwise I would be hanging my knight. Yeah, I have bishop to d3. They only have two squares. They have queen to a5 and queen to d4. Now I can check them, and that means that they won't be able to castle. I'm wondering if I should do that and then bring my knight. Is my bishop getting stuck? I'd rather just go for the safer move. I feel like after check, they can just move their king, and after I move my knight, my bishop is kind of stuck. Maybe they have this, and I don't really see where my bishop can go. So I'm gonna come back. I need to speed up a little bit. I'm spending way too much time in this series. They're threatening to take because I cannot take with a pawn. The c3 pawn is pinned to the king. I'm gonna play knight to d2. What this does is I'm blocking in the pin, so now I can take with the pawn. Yes, they're opening up the file, but also that enables me to play queen to e2, and these checks can be pretty dangerous. So I'm pretty happy with this position. My pawn is kind of weak, but I'm okay with it. Position has a lot of dynamics. Probably gonna walk my king over here, maybe. They can try to take this pawn if they wanted to. That's quite risky though. They're not taking this pawn. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna play the move h4. The idea is I'm getting my pawn to a slightly safer square. Now they don't have the option to take my pawn. And this is a passed pawn, so in endgames I really want to push this pawn so that I can win. They have ideas of bringing the bishop here and trying to put pressure on this. What if I do this and put pressure on their knight so that there's less pressure on this pawn? If they play d5, I'm not too worried. I'm just gonna drop back, probably to c2. Actually, I might drop back. Yeah, now their idea is to take this pawn here, so that's kind of annoying and I don't want to allow that. So I can trade, although that's not amazing, you know. I'm getting rid of my good bishop for the stupid knight, but I think I don't really have too many choices here. Maybe h4 was a bad move because it allowed bishop to g4. Queen to c3 is also a move, unpinning and still defending this. I kinda like that. I'm gonna play queen to c3. If they attack my bishop with any of the pawns, I'm gonna go back to the c2 square. Castles. I'm gonna castle. So after castles, the rook is gonna end up on d1, and they can try to take this, but I'm getting two pieces, so I'm not worried about that. I'm gonna go bishop to c2, still defending this. Wow. Let's take with the knight and still keep defending this. There goes the queen. This game should be pretty simple from now. We push the passed pawn and try to get a new queen. That hangs a pawn. Let's take. If they take with the knight, I'm happy. And if they don't, I'm just going to drop back. If they attack me on the F file, I'm just going to move my queen. And I have 3 connected pass pawns that are going to go down the board, and I'm going to win. Let's play queen to e2. This knight doesn't really have much forward movement. I'm just going to snap that, and I'm going to start pushing this guy. I'm not worried about takes, because I can push after sacrificing my queen. So I'm calculating this, and if takes, after this, how do they stop the promotion? They're going to have to sacrifice the other rook, so I'm pushing. Okay, I'm going to sack my queen. Totally unnecessary, but you know, you got to do what you got to do. I'm threatening promotion, and also it's checkmate, back rank checkmate. Yeah, they missed the back rank checkmate, so this is mate in 2. I can even promote to a rook, which is kind of funny, so I'm going to do it. And after rook blocks, I'm going to take the rook, and it's back rank mate. Okay, we get the resignation. I played at 83.6 accuracy, and my opponent played at 72.1 accuracy. I feel like moving their bishop multiple times was just a waste of time, so I just developed. The structure is nice for me. I have good control over the e5 square. And now we have this fork with the knight, so that we can try to get this pawn. Apparently it was inaccurate, but I'm okay with it. Now, bishop to d3 is the only move, otherwise my knight was trapped. I don't see the fact that I can check and then play knight to f7. That seemed like it was kind of weird because my pieces are kind of deep into the black territory and I felt like I was going to get trapped. They have the option to take my free pawn, but they don't go for that, so I just played h4 so that I can save my pawn. Castle d5, and I bring my bishop all the way back to the c2 square so that I still keep defending this knight. I could have also gone to the b1 square, but that was kind of unnecessary. They go for takes, and I go for knight takes, and they thought they were winning a piece, but they just hung their queen. I win a pawn, come back. Now I push the pawn, sacrifice my queen, which is the best move because I'm gonna make a new queen. And their only move was to bring their rook back, and after I promote to a queen, they have nothing much to do. So let's say after this, if they try to do this, this is not gonna work because I checkmate them anyways. Look at this checkmate. So what they had to do is after I promote, they can only go here, and this is just an awful position because I am up 11 points of material and the position is plus 20. Unfortunately, my opponent played this move and now I have a checkmate in 2. I can promote to a queen or a rook, it doesn't matter what I do. Thank you very much for watching, hope you guys enjoyed this video.